All right, and I am live, everybody. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. I believe it is the 15th of August, 2020. Will be another hot one here in Las Vegas. Hello. Who is that? Games account. Good morning to you. Trying to get a read on the thermometer. Yesterday was like 114, I think, around here. Happy Saturday. Good. My new sub here. Thank you. Thank you, gaming. I appreciate that. Good morning. Let's see who that is. Carlos. Good morning to you. Hello, Noreen. How are you this morning? Good to see you. Just had a little bit of a continental breakfast that was included with the hotel. They give you coffee, yogurt, your choice of fruit, and a muffin coffee too. So get me going. Hello, Maggie. Nice to see you this morning. Happy Saturday. Thumbs up or appreciated if you're coming in. Going to stay out here a while. You can see how you doing, Penny Pincher. They're working across the street there doing some kind of painting on the outside of that building. Yeah, having a good time. Having a good time. I guess some of these places that aren't going to be open, the city wants them to put some decorations on them. But I'll tell you, the heat here has been phenomenal. Knocks the crap out of you. Hello, Linda. Good morning to you. Probably hit the pool for a little today. I got some more video editing to do when I get a cup of coffee, but the line is so long in here. Good morning, Susie. How are you, sweetie? Nice to see you. Hope it's a little cooler where you are than where I am here. You get up around 105, and that's about the point where I start to lose my shit about 105 degrees. And you look up at the sign and you see it's 114 degrees. It's like meltdown mode. And then I heard back on the hotter than hell, alone in Vegas. Yes, I am. Yep, I'm soloing down to Vegas. And then I heard yesterday at home they had rolling blackouts. So I hope everything's okay at the Rancho. Mr. Z, in between jobs, good for you, good for tonight if you think of anything. Yeah, hello Joey D, thank you. Yeah, it was, what was it yesterday, 110. Yeah, way colder here, but we still have the air on. Yeah, I would say for 3 months of the year, this place is pretty unlivable if you're down here. The other 9 months of the year are okay, but I just think I kind of hit record heat when I came down. I mean, I went at midnight. It was still 101 degrees last night. Harvey, nice to see you, handsome. What's on for this day? I got some video to edit. I'm going to hit the pool, and then I think Mr. Z and I are going to be hanging out tonight. Maybe doing a street stream. We haven't done one of them. And last night was epic with Monkey Boy at Vic and Anthony's Steakhouse. I want to thank you guys for that. I'm about to die at the beach. I couldn't take those high temps. Well, it's a little drier. It's not a super humid, but 44 degrees Celsius right now. I don't know what that equals. I'm looking at the sign over top of Binion's Casino. Hello, Hop Frog. 4 scores, you handsome devil. A lot here, but raining every day. Well, you went through your heat wave, Harvey. You had your heat wave. And the heat wave Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, man, that lady had tattoos over every part of her body. So I want to first of all thank those of you. You really made last night possible, as I said in the video. I also apologize because using a cell phone, a lot of these old line steakhouses tend to be very dark inside. So the smartphones don't do real good in low light. But you got the idea. That it last evening. It's just for once. Just for once, I wanted to come down to Vegas and just live that high life for about an hour or so, and I did that. I accomplished that last night. It was so great to see you. It was a beautiful steak, and you looked really, really nice. Thank you, Craig. Great meal. Came in at $2 with everything all in. It wasn't cheap, but just to have that experience to sit in that restaurant with that dark mahogany paneling and those lights, and have a waiter that really, the service was outstanding, and the atmosphere was great. The bartender was nice. He let me do a little video in there. How you doing, Tess? Nice to see you. I really enjoyed the evening. I have another camera with me, and afterward, Monkey Boy and I had planned to go to Bellagio, but he had a he was working out in the sun all day yesterday, and he was really beat, and his hip, he has to get hip replacement surgery. So he was kind of a hurt pup last night, so I couldn't expect him to drag down to the Bellagio and around there. So I just took my camera out and I took tried taking some pictures last night, which I feel like I'm back home with the helicopter. My pictures pretty much sucked ass last night, so there's nothing to put together. I'm not a photographer, I'm a videographer. Thank you, Kimmy, nice to see you. Good morning, Bella Rose, the Queen of Buffalo. And is that my peachy pie? How you doing, peachy pie? So, I might get a little bit of backlash about last night. It wasn't cheap, but how often do I do that? I've been coming down to Vegas. If you discount the time when I was young and my uncle brought me down in the early 60s, the time when I met, when I engaged Howard Hughes at Wilbur Clark's Desert Inn. 22 years, 23 years I've been coming down here now, and that's the first time I ever really went for it. And there's people that live that life every single day. Vegas sure is looking pretty, well, I don't know, some people might be, you spent too much money, or your subscribers don't want to see you spending money on things like that. That I got a few emails this morning and things about that. Hey, you got to live a little bit once in a while, and for a one-time deal, I think it's pretty good. For you deserve it. Oh, thank you guys. You make me feel better. You make me feel better. So, yeah, I'll turn this around. You can see I don't know if you can see the thermometer way up top there. On top of Binion's 44 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that equates to, but it's hot. Yep, you got to splurge once in a while, and I won't do that again for a long time. Now, these people are painting on the wall right over here. I guess the city requires, if you're going to have your place closed down, you have to put a little bit of artwork on it. I think it was well deserved. Thank you, Craig. Yeah, the lighting. I had a better camera, and I don't know why I just didn't grab it. I guess I didn't want to lug it around in the heat. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Mob Museum back there. Take a pan over here. You can see Fremont. I still like downtown a lot. So I think Mr. Z and I will work something out. We'll get something simple for dinner tonight. We'll kind of wait till the sun goes down, and then I'll kind of end the trip with a bang. I've been doing a mostly recorded content. I hope that rusty can tower is still. Susie, I think that's more for show than go. I think you should do whatever you want. Your money, we all need to do. Yeah, well, people contribute, but people did say, yeah, I want you to go and have a nice time. And, I really appreciated that. Was really cool. Other than that, this downtown Grand has been great. Last night was pretty crowded on Fremont Street. That was nice to see, but it's definitely a low-ender crowd down there. Wish him my best, absolutely. So I wanted to give Monkey Boy a break. He sent me a nice text message this morning. He was very grateful for last night. He and I are about the same. We're not used to eating. We're not used to eating like that. I've kind of felt like a fish out of water. Currently 100 degrees in Las Vegas, 14% humidity. Yeah, I'm looking at that sign. 44 degrees Celsius. So we're going to make it up to about 114 to 115 today, something in that range. Hey Alex, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm a little crispy out today. Sweating a little bit, but happy. Take that off. 100 degrees at 9:45. Looks so beautiful last night. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. I even had some appropriate matching shoes on last night, and they treated me like a queen when I went into that. Steakhouse last night. It was so nice, so nice. And I'll always have that experience on video. That's the good thing about recorded content. And if you're just coming in, thumbs up are appreciated. Oh, it's 104. Wow. We'll top it out here. It'll be hot. And I get back to the Rancho. They had Janet said it was like Joey D said it was 110 degrees. He's not that far from me, so I think it was 105 in Santa Rosa yesterday. So I'm going right back to the heat anyway. And then I heard that a lot of Santa Rosa lost. They had rotating power blackouts to preserve the grid. I think what else. I said when I went out last night, I tried to camera out, but it's so damn hot. People were a little edgy. Yeah, the restaurant was wonderful. Hello, Kevin Leonard. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope that you're doing well. Stop by to say hi. Okay, Alex, you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah, I know I'm on very early, just doing a little bit of a shoot today. Yeah, you can't take it with you, so do it. But I'm definitely a saver. But I think it's good for your soul, especially in pandemic times, to be able to break out of the mold a little bit. So many people down here are down at the mouth. They look depressed. They're just dragging around. They're all complaining in the hotel, sitting around the lobby about this person's got cornholio, that person's got cornholio. So it's important to step it up once in a while, I think. So, learn about fire starting early this year. Yeah, you got to break. Yeah, the fires will be coming. Good morning, Mark Handler, the newlywed. Hey, Miss Bailey, how are you? So I feel pretty good about last night. It's gonna be good to hit the pool again today, though. I'll tell you, that's nice out there. But again, it gets crispy. Not a lot of places to hide. Experiences are well. They were. That's an experience that I will. The last thing that was comparable to me was when I was at Lowry's Prime Rib down in Los Angeles, which is probably the most famous prime rib place in the United States. Out there near Beverly Hills, and that was amazing. The guy came around with the ladies had their 1930s style uniforms on from 1938 when it began. That style, and the guy would come around. They'd have a chef with his hat on, his tall hat, and he would be pushing and he'd have all these medals on him, all these medals hanging on him with ribbons, and he'd push this metal cart up with one of those lids that goes back, and he would slice the prime rib right at the table. Amazingly memorable experience. Lawry's, yep, that's it. How you doing, Mouse Toes? Nice to see you. Lawry's. You see the seasoning that they sell in the store? That's Lawry's, their own flavors that they stick in. I think they can make a lot more money now with what goes on sold out off the shelves. How you doing, Libra? Nice to see you. But isn't it funny? I just can remember all those rare experiences. It's like a once a year thing. And never in Vegas have I done that before, to put on the dog like that. And I didn't want to disappoint people that are like, oh, Rosie, you're doing a high roller trip. Well, the hotel room is nice. Okay, it's not a budget buster, but it's damn nice. Nice seating area. You got a desk. I'm used to being shoehorned into these crappy little rooms. That was definitely a step up. And I think when I come back in, I think October or November, swing down for a few days, it'll be much cooler, and then it's more comfortable to be dressed up. And now with the heat, I tell you, nobody really feels like dressing up too much. You feel like being naked. You know, when the water boy has a tuxedo, it's gonna be. That's right, Dirk. The water boy had a tuxedo on. Like watching a classic romance movie. Have you heard of a boy famous for the primer? I've never heard of that. Which one was that, Misty? Misty felt like watching. Oh, okay, you like that. I'm just sorry the lighting wasn't a little better. In low light conditions, these smartphones and iPhones, they get very grainy. It's because the camera can't. It loses its dimensionality to be able to focus on things. So next time, I'll take the much better camera. I've been enjoying. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. And there's who's that? Miranda Smith. Hello, driving. Be careful, my girl. Driving, but listening. I think people enjoy incorporating a little of the B-roll with some music within my vlogs, and I think that's going to be my style going forward. Like yesterday when I discussed Fred Smith from Federal Express and how this guy had balls of titanium to take his last $5,000, stop in Las Vegas, walk into one of these casinos and just put his whole life on the line. A guy that had plowed through $4 million of personal inheritance, over $60 million of loans, and his whole company, Federal Express, hung by a thread on that weekend because had he not been able to pay his $25,000 fuel bill on that Monday, it would have been lights out. They're the stories that I find that are incredibly fascinating that very few people know about down here, those kind of stories. If you haven't seen that, make sure to check out that video. Been there, done that, and you deserve. Oh, thank you, Dick. Go to Bullies on Friday night. The San Diego Chargers players were meeting. We had a place in Baltimore back in the 70s, 80s. I think it closed. It was called Johnny Unitas' Golden Arm, and Johnny Unitas was, of course, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He led the Colts to the first dramatic title win in 1958, the greatest game ever played against the New York Giants. What a game with Alan the Horse Amici plunging in from the 2-yard line to win it. But he had a restaurant called the Golden Arm Restaurant. And every Friday night, my buddy and I from college would go in there to eat. And back in those days, players were very approachable. He would come by the table. He knew us by name. He would laugh. My friend was like 6'5" and 350 pounds. And he kept saying, man, you need to show up for training camp and see if you can make the cut. Thank you. I think I missed something on there. Somebody donated $25. Did I miss that? Could somebody? I'm running my trap here and I missed that. I apologize. Can somebody tell me? Yeah, Johnny Unitas was a legend. Who did I miss that? Who did I miss that gave that donation? Now I feel like a real dipshit. Jay Hayes! Good Lord, Jay Hayes! How you doing? It's nice to see Jay Hayes again. Lord Almighty. Make sure you sub up to Jay. He has 2 channels. Thank you, Jay Hayes, with his beautiful, beautiful gal there. Shoot, love hearing happy stories like that. You would think that Vegas would promote with a story like that. But thank you, Jay Hayes. Much, much appreciated. A tip of the hat. Would be fun if you did casino reviews while you were on your travels. Okay, now that's an idea. But let's talk about this, Misty. How do you review? See, to me, it would be more interesting maybe to review the hotels, because when you get down to the casino level, it's like all the gaming just looks alike in the casinos. But I know which casinos have better payouts. So that might be fun as far as also not restaurant reviews, because I'm useless for restaurant reviews because I'm a low-ender. And if you didn't see the review on Evil Knievel's Evil Pie, make sure you check that out on the Rosie Murphy channel. That was very disappointing. I had so many people in town tell me, "Oh, it's the best pizza in town," and it was like a Chef Boyardee, eat and eat. You know, the one you make from a kid. Let's talk about architecture and the money. How you doing, Jen? Nice to see you. You guys know, I'm always fascinated by the architecture of towns, and this definitely blends the old and the new, but there's not much left. There's not much left of the old down here. Rapidly being taken away. I don't think they're working on the Circa up here. That's the big new, back over behind there. That's the big new hotel. It's supposed to be opening. You can see it with the big C back there. But it's too hot. Too hot. I think if it's above a certain temperature, maybe Mr. Z knows. Might be union rules that they're not working because of the heat. Do a review on the salt and pepper shaker. Yeah. Let me review the Heinz ketchup and see how that goes. Well, when you're a content desperado, you do what you can do. Hey, Stay Golden, how are you? But I'm not here to talk about that today. Just thought I would come live for a little bit. It is hot as down here. Salt and Pepper Shakers Museum. Now that would be interesting to me. See, a salt and pepper museum would be fascinating to me, just to see all the types of salt and pepper shakers. Put my feet up here. Scott Clark, haven't seen you in a while. Where the hell have you been? I was hoping the cornholio didn't get you. So I'm going to be editing another video today on the way into Las Vegas. I stopped at a place and shot some pretty good video in black and white. I think that you guys will enjoy. I think you would like Rhyolite. Yeah, I'm just going to wait till the heat. Like your top today, that's a good color. Thank you. It's also reasonably cool. You know, I haven't worn a bra in what decade is so I'm about as close as I can be to just finding something to stay cool. Rhyolite is an abandoned like mining town outside of Las Vegas, but I'll tell you, I want to tell you honestly, guys, you go out to the desert, it's going to be 125 degrees in Death, 128 degrees in Death Valley today. You step out to that desert, and you spend about 10-15 minutes out there in the sunshine, and your clothes are just soaked. And if you're not drinking gallons of water to replace that, you will die out there. That is a death trap. Do you know how many people a year go wandering down to go hiking in Death Valley? They leave at like 6 when it's still only 95 degrees out. They lose their bearings, they get lost out there, and they're dead within 24 hours or so. Jackie, hi, how are you? Yeah, it's like a ghost town. Do you think you would love the Vegas scene if you... No, I don't think I would. I don't think... if there ever was a chance to get something cheap one day, if stuff really went to hell, I would consider it. But I would much rather be on the ocean. I'd much rather be in San Diego. I'm not sure if, add 10 to 15 degrees, Mr. Z says in direct sunlight. I'm not sure if I could do this. You might say, it's impossible to be bored in Vegas. You can be bored anywhere. Same sights. So the people that live here, like Monkey Boy last night, I mean, he told me he'd never been in the Golden Nugget Casino before. A lot of places that we went to. And if you're coming in, thumbs up are very appreciated. San Diego's experiencing heat, man. Going to work also enjoy. Okay, Dick, take care. Just think, the sun is 98 million miles away and we can still die from the heat. Harvey, these days, you can drink the water and die, right? You can breathe and die. Have a new movie, 100 Ways to Die, right? Wasn't there a movie that called that 10 or 100 Ways to Die? I think there was there a movie called that, 100 Ways to Die or something like that? You know what really makes it miserable? You know what really, now I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. I'm going to leave tomorrow morning to get back to the Rancho. You know what really makes it miserable here? This. Number one, your oxygen level is a bit lower. And number two, the heat just builds up kind of behind the mask. Some people have those black ones, and I don't know how healthy it is to be rebreathing your own exhalations. I don't know. But this just adds to the misery of being in the heat. Makes it really sucky. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. Seattle. Yeah. Hey, Judy. Seattle's going to be near 100 tomorrow. They're not equipped for that. I hope the grid holds up. California is really baking right now. They're really straining the electric grid. And because of all the environmentalists and other things, there's no new capacity really brought online or anything. Nobody wants a power plant within 50 miles of it. Cigarette smoking a mask makes for a fun time. Oh yeah, rolling blackouts, I heard. Okay, take care, Mr. Z. I'll see you tonight. It's not healthy, makes your oxygen saturation go down. That's the worst, that to me is the worst aspect because it puts another shield on your body where heat can't readily escape. I saw a bid from Rosie. He knocked her down because he knocked him out for not wearing a mask. Some people here get pissed. Saw a guy checking into the hotel. He walked right past security, walked right up to the registration desk, and the woman's like, "I can't serve you if you don't have a mask on." It's like, I got money. I prepaid my reservation. I'm not doing the whole mask thing. And she's like, it's a requirement in the city of Las Vegas. I imagine the county, it's all statewide, that you must wear a mask when you're inside. So he said, how can I wear a mask if I'm smoking? She says, you're not smoking. The guy goes to pull out a cigarette, and the woman's like, you can't smoke in the lobby here. You have to smoke in the casino part. So the guy kind of goes off on her and finally walks out the door and comes back on with wearing like a pair of women's panties or something. You think these people like to have to tell people to put a mask on all the time? They know they know it's a law of large numbers. They're gonna hit some person sometime that's gonna just go off on them, create a scene, make their job miserable when they're just doing their job. Maddox High, my local drugstore is selling cheap Chinese masks. Worth 40 cents for $3. Breathe. Got breakfast with my wife. Man, hubby did restaurant, didn't say, wow. Okay, well that's Pennsylvania. That's nice. You don't have a real. You guys aren't swimming in cases like we are in California here. I thought Nevada cases were coming down through Thursday, and all of a sudden I opened up the Vegas paper this morning and deaths are higher, the infections are higher. Let's see, Rosie, it's a state law now in most states to wear masks. Oh, how you doing, Gerald? Nice to see you. Good morning. I won't be a Karen going. Susie, I love you. That's I can't believe how many times I've had people, I'm walking around and hear, she was a real Karen, my mask was a little off below my nose. You got to adjust your mask. Yes, Karen. Do this, do that. There's a mass exodus happening in Carolina. Joe Rogan said, you're trading one thing for another. Imagine an exodus of California to Texas. Now, what that basically means is the people that are exiting and going to Texas are people that have money. They sell their houses or whatever, and they're coming into Texas with money. They're probably bringing in their blue state mentality. So Texas eventually becomes California. California reverts back to being red because things are so screwed up. You can see the cycle. So as far as people going, I don't know. I always see new people moving in and houses being bought. Folks choose no kids, and we become their kids. that Deborah Langley? Next, they're going to force us to wear goggles or a face shield. Yeah. Avocado tested positive for cornholio. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated. Crappy masks only help if you sneeze. It's just social conformity. Thank you. I'm not here to fight the mask laws, but I can tell you it's. I guess some people are lucky they get used to it. What's bad is if you have to work in a casino for a 10-hour shift and have to have that thing all the time, and then it sounds like you're mumbling, you're talking to people, you have to repeat yourself. Still recovering. Oh my God, Deborah. I'm sorry, honey. Hi, North Shore. How are you? North Shore went through all that BS with that. Yeah. North Shore was probably 2.5 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, that North Shore Towing caught one of the early ones. Oh no. I think we need tinfoil hats. We need clear bubbles to roll to roll down this street in. Imagine getting on the elevator, rolling your bubble in, and one person at a time. The elevator. Morning. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Yeah, I'm playing North Shore Recovered tonight. I mean, probably touch and go for a little bit. I still don't know anybody personally that's gotten it. I still can't think of one person I know in real life that's. The boss and Janet have been hunkered down. I think they're going to Yosemite next week for some travel and entertainment. We went the first night. I'm going to go over with Mr. Z over there tonight. Every time I go in, the menu gets smaller and smaller. They used to have really nice pork chops. Yeah, we'll hit that tonight. We'll hit that over there tonight. Hey Fatima, long time no see, honey. I hope you're doing well. Fatima Nascimento. Okay, Bella Grace, thank you, sweetie. I will check here. I'm a little behind on my mail. I apologize. I have a lot of mail I got to plow through that's come in the last. Whenever I travel, I always find myself getting behind with things. Let's see. Code Road really sucks when you get a planet and you got to wear the mask the whole time when you're working out, such as the electric. I can't do it, Gerald. At my age, exercising with a mask on, you're just asking to faint or something like that, fall over, knock yourself out on the base of one of these pieces of gym apparatus, and you're dead. To me, if you can't have the showers, that's the thing that I went through. I did a lot of exercise. You know, my feet are a lot gamier. My left foot still gives me a really hell of a hard time. And it really puts a wet blanket on choo-choo for me when I think about walking. So, yeah, they're Planet Fitness. Lucky, I'm still registered in New York. As long as they still have the $9.99. Well, it's $11.99 now. You can't help yourself to the salad anymore, but it's still a pretty good deal. But they used to cut it about that thick. Now they've taken it down to about 3/4 of that size, the prime rib. They'll bring you a small salad, but it doesn't have all the things like the hot peppers you can choose or all the other nice things that you could add to it. But they're doing the best that they can. I forgot my damn knee brace, Bella Grace. Got that. Yeah, my Planet Fitness, I registered, my original Planet Fitness was in Buffalo, New York. And I think the gyms are still closed up there. I don't know. I haven't been charged anything for months. But where I am in Connecticut, the fully open, you're required to wear a mask when you're on the machine. Yeah, $11.99. It's smaller. The menu's smaller. Let's face it, grocery prices are zooming right now. I don't know whether New York Times or Bloomberg had an article about, or it was the Press Democrat, my hometown paper, the Santa Rosa Press Democrat newspaper, was talking about how fruit prices are starting to zoom. And you kind of had to see this coming with all the money that's being pumped into the economy. We could really be paying a hell of a price with stagflation here. Next subject. Rosie, I really enjoyed the black. Oh, wasn't that fun? Wearing a mask is just common sense. Yeah, the Black Widow stream. It was shorter, which was nice. It was compact, and it was the very best Black Widow hunt I ever went on. We had like, I want to say 6 or 8 Black Widows, of which 6 of them were really juicy. And I know I was squealing like a little girl. I got bitten up by ants. I was standing on an ant pile or something. Got bit up, and I know I was squealing like a little girl when I would feel something touching me. But those were some big widows. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated, guys, if you're coming in. Yeah, your squeals. I can't help it. You're out there in that environment. And Mr. Z is known to do crazy shit. You could turn around and all of a sudden he's got a devil mask on. You fall over backwards, you hit your head on the headstone, and pretty soon you're laying down there with Mordecai. Mordecai Leibowitz. Together forever for all of eternity. So I'm very sensitive when things are touching me. And, once the cell wall is broken, the cell dies, body gets rid of the waste. Money, it's like we're using, that's right, Matowicz. Money's so cheap, but there's no free lunch in the world, Matowicz. There's no free lunch. You pump up the M1 money supply, which is cash in circulation plus easily spendable money in checking accounts. You pump that up 40%. There's going to be, the effect of that will be felt. Let's see. Have you heard anything from D-Dub? No, I assume he's doing, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything. He has to be back on the 25th, but I'm not his mom. It's not my responsibility. Once people leave the Rancho, that's it. So, he does his own thing, and it's his responsibility. It's his life to get it straightened down. He could either be just headed out, just disconnected from the world, or else he could be in the middle of facing up to the things that he should have done years ago, and start to put the toothpaste back in the tube. So. New Zealand is printing 100 billion more Monopoly cash. You guys were high-fiving. I guess you thought you had that cornholio beat. Huh? That Korea has like 89 new cases. You can't tamp this thing down. And I don't know what fall and winter means. I got no idea what that's going to bring. It appears to me that no matter how hard you may try to avoid this, and I do believe it makes sense to wear a mask to prevent you from just getting a accidental exposure, but I still think it's creeping around in ways that people don't know. and eventually it's just going to be herd immunity. Although Dr. Andrew Fauci says he's horrified at the thought of herd immunity. We had plagues in the 800s that wiped out millions of people, right? Sometimes it's nature's way of reclaiming the balance. How you doing, Scott? See, that's why I have silver and gold. My little trinkets. Yes, Korea has no cases. So I guess I'm a believer in that. I'm not. They still don't have a vaccine for AIDS. So I'm not so convinced that they're going to get a vaccine against this virus. There's a good chance it's going to mutate, and then it will have all been lost and wasted at that point. It's like the target will have shifted, and you'll be firing at empty space there. Right. Fauci's a criminal. I really don't know him. I haven't really followed him that well. I know it's not a good mix when politics and medicine mix together because they have different agendas. If you're in the medical world, you're thinking about the individual. Okay, if you're in politics, you're thinking about the dynamic of the group, and it doesn't always go together. Being East Coast, you can get in your eyes too. God, that's the other thing down here. When you're in heat and it gets about 110 to 115 degrees, which it's going to get today, you go outside and your eyes actually, you can feel them just drying out when you're walking. You come out AC and you hit that heat, and all of a sudden you can feel like the moisture. Your eyes suddenly feel real dry, and you got to blink them. Really weird. It's a real weird feeling. Real weird feeling in the eyes. Hopes for good work. A decent vaccine will be tied up in litigation, resigned to herd immunity, and just shot vulnerable. Yeah, I went to a really posh steak place last night. Dick and Anthony Steakhouse. I was dressed up. They were so nice to me. And what will the young lady have? Monkey boy looking good in his slacks. I hope he's doing good today. He works hard. He's a hard-working guy. And you're out there in that heat if you're locksmithing in direct sunlight, and it's the long days. Long days. Please drink. Yeah, I got plenty of water upstairs. I finished having the continental breakfast that they have here at the hotel. But you can see it's morning here. Some people going into the mob museum, I guess, over there. I'm not paying $29 to see about gangsters. Thank you, Soswald. Yeah, I got some good sun. I'm going to go out to the pool in a bit. I'm not paying $29. I grew up with gangsters in Baltimore, so I don't need to do anything like that. There was nobody in the hotel pool because I came in on Wednesday, nobody around, maybe 10 people. Thursday, maybe 15 people. And then yesterday it was crowded. Because honestly, the only people in Vegas right now, they're not flying in from overseas. They're like, oh hell no, I'll go to the French Riviera, or I'll go to, the Canary Islands, or hell no, I'm not going to Japan. Hell no, I haven't seen one Asian person down here. Okay, but what I do see is a ton of people from LA. I would say that 60% of the people that are in Vegas now are from LA because it's very economical. It's cheap to come in now. That's number one. The place is loaded with people from LA. Number two, forgot what the hell number 2 was. Oh yeah, very few people above the age of 50 years old here. Like I'm on Fremont Street. Might be the old dog on there. Nobody, the media or whatever, has done such a good job of spooking people above 50 years old that you don't see any older people. It's all a very young crowd that doesn't have any money, doesn't spend any money. Good morning. I don't want to be one of those. Wait, that's right. You don't want to be. Hey, Aussie, you handsome devil. Hold on, Aussie. Woo! Is that on your end, Aussie, or is that mine? You better duck and hide, mate. Hey, Scottish, how are you? I love my Aussie. He is so friggin' cute. I'd love to hear him on panels too. You know, he's so enthusiastic. Yeah, I say, yeah, you're right. I love Aussie. It goes interesting. I'm over 50. We all cook Thanksgiving in dry heat. Well, number one, I'm pretty convinced I already had an early exposure in March because of D. I think in Vegas, D might have been patient 0. And then he's riding around in my van. He's slobbering. He's sneezing. And I never really, I got back to the Rancho in March, and for 2 days, I felt like I had diarrhea for like a day or two. But didn't feel really bad. I felt okay. And then it just passed after a couple of days. So probably had a very light touch of cornholio. Probably immunized me on it. Plus I'm O negative blood, which O type is a little more resistant to, and I don't get sick. I can't remember the last time I was ever sick. I went to Vegas several times when I lived out west. Man, I'm good. Too many other, there's a lot of other places to see. They're not allowing anything to fly in from they can fly in from other countries. Yeah, D was the index case for all of Las Vegas. There's no restrictions on coming in here. The risk is when you fly home that they might stick you into a quarantine for 2 weeks. See, I was thinking of going to Honolulu, and then it's like, sorry, you got to quarantine for 2 weeks in a hotel. I'm not flying to Oahu to sit around a hotel for 2 weeks. And they closed down the beaches in Hawaii until the end of September or something like that. So it effectively killed anybody's interest in going to Hawaii. Yeah, I'm strong. Yeah, I should get an antibody test. That's good. Yeah, I'm very resistant to colds, flus, any of that kind of stuff. How you doing, Eddie? Probably because I was exposed to so much stuff when I was little, stuff that a lot of you guys never had: measles, mumps, chicken pox, all that kind of crap. I think I've got a good immune system, but more people visit Hawaii during they're visiting it, but it's nice to be there in the summertime because it's not all friggin' rainy. Although winter is nice. The global reset, forced destruction of dog, that place. You're probably right, Scott Clark. But it's not anybody else that's doing it. It's us doing it to ourselves. But as the politicians would say, what's the alternative? 25% unemployment and evictions and foreclosures like 1933 again. I say they're afraid to come here due to the inflated population. Flew into Boston, they was required to have the test coming. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, Susie. I hope to go down the Pacific Coast Highway. I don't know if it means anything now that school is in session, and it used to mean that families won't travel, but who in the hell knows? get cheaper along the Pacific Coast Highway because I want to get my good camera into use and I want to upgrade my quality. Let's see. Yeah, the media has everybody all mixed up because they don't know everything about the virus. Remember the early days, don't touch anything, it lives for 48 hours or 48 days on surfaces. And rush for hand sanitizer. Now, no, it doesn't live on surfaces. Yeah, maybe it does. And it was so fast moving, I can't really blame them because they're just figuring out the parameters of this disease. The world should consider being in a brilliant way to live in harmony. Okay. How about the Rosie project? Best content info all Matt. Oh, thank you, thank you, Twink the Troll. I definitely tried to see all sides of things. I will say I'm enjoying the ladies walking around the streets more in bikini tops these days. Haven't seen a Dorito yet. Nice way to keep cool. That say 48. That says 40, 42 Celsius. 40, 48. It's not even baloney. I mean, the good news is I'm used to wearing a mask, so it hardly matters. I have the gold one that I wore. I've got the black one I'll probably wear today. I got the silver one. I want to be there early before it gets crazy this afternoon out there. I'm always surprised the power grid doesn't go down here, but then I think to myself, a lot of the hotels aren't even open. Like 6 or 8 of them, they're thinking about permanently closing. So there's probably much less power demand here this summer relative. Yeah, the pool water is going. The $20 gambling, I didn't. I lost yesterday. So let's say when I did it, it was, what did I get? $69.20. 20 to 69, so I got $49 to the good. Then yesterday I dropped $20, so I'm $39 to the good so far on that. To tell you the truth, I'm not always thinking about it because I'm a very bored gambling. It's one reason I can't sit and play poker for hours because I got to look at all these people's game mugs across the table trying to look for tells. Get it out of here. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Hey, there's a car horn. I'm home. I can never do a live stream without the car horn. There it is. Crazy. Lost some money. No, I'm actually up a little bit. Have you seen the Jen flight planes behind the Luxor that fly Air 50? No, I haven't, Scott. Any more underwater videos? Nothing in the can yet. So might do one today. I'm not sure. It's kind of fun. Great way to cool off. So 4 nights is the optimum amount of time for me to be here. Sunday's a great day, so come in Wednesday, leave Sunday. I'm happy. Saw Monkey Boy. Get to hang with Mr. Z again tonight, and then I'm out of town. It's gonna be I'm gonna leave early tomorrow. It's gonna be a hot, dangerous drive across the desert. It's gonna be no relief going up the Central Valley of California too. So it's gonna be a hot one. So good thing I got the oil changed and everything else. Okay, take care, Mark. Nice seeing you. 99 going off. Of course, they're false alarms. Hi, Watch. How are you, sweetie pie? Can you show some of the girls walking past? Yeah, damn, this phone is getting hot. This phone might conk out. I don't know. If I see some, I'll just flip this around the other direction. See, this metal is so expanded on my selfie stick that it won't stay in an upright position. Weekdays because Susie, I've run out of things to do. I don't really want to be another day in the heat here. I'd rather be on the Rancho and getting some things done in terms of upping my editing game, and there's some things I need to do to move forward. Okay, bye, Miranda. Yeah, this is the morning, it's hot. Yeah, so I got to be careful. In case the phone cuts out, I don't think it will, but I'm in the shade, but it's darn hot. Yeah, and you can see back the other way here. It's the Mob Museum back there. Yeah, Little Rascal's a great vehicle. Yeah. Yeah, I think I never really stay longer than 4 nights, Susie, because I'm too restless. The temp, I mean, we could try to see it up on the, can't really see it up there. That's the thermometer on top of Binion's. It says 44 degrees Celsius right now. What does that convert to in Fahrenheit? Yeah, Twink the Troll is nice. Okay, take care, Judy. Can't believe there aren't more water misting. Yeah. I'm about 4 miles from the Mandalay Bay. Probably 3 or 4 miles. I'm in the very heart of downtown. Good morning, Ninth Element, top shelf. First class all of the way. Yeah. I went for it. In a major way. Take care of Mouse Toes. Oh, Mouse Toes is Judy's leaving. Okay. But this is absolutely positively a value crowd here. Absolutely value crowd. That dinner last night was good. That was good for the soul. That was good for the soul. Yeah, 44 degrees Celsius is how much? Yeah, okay, Kimmy. What is 44 degrees Celsius? Good price on the hotel. Very good price on the hotel. Yeah. I was thinking about staying at the Wynn, but too many places are still closed up down there. It's not worth it. Salad was good. Let's say Julie, my teacher, oh my God, Miguel, everybody in your family or has a birthday every single day. All right, guys, it's been about an hour. That's about all I wanted to be live. I will see you guys live again tonight with Mr. Z, weather permitting. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so on the way out. Thank you, Jay Hayes. All right, Monica, thank you, babe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love seeing me have a good time. So, just gonna close it out. Wish you, yeah, all musical acts have stopped. And the Win had La Rev, L-A space capital R-E-V-E. La Rev was their signature show, and they've closed that permanently now. They're laying off 350 people. At the airport's laying off 600 or 700 people, so take it for what it is, guys. Love you guys. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your day.